Okay, the adjustable with the Canon connector cap is on a ret in the bag, and I am releasing the adjustable from my mini workstation. Those are in the bag, and then I have the Canon connector tool as well to stow.
Copy, Jessica.
And with those communications from the ground and in the room here in Mission Control up to NASA astronauts Jessica Meir and Chris Williams, letting them know the go-forward plan after taking a look at today's spacewalking time. We are 5 hours and 48 minutes into today's spacewalk. After the team here on the ground took a look at consumables, our go-forward plan is to begin to clean up and work through those procedures and head back to the airlock.
On the stringer.
I see a scoop.
Given the timeline, the ISS Microorganisms 2 swab experiment will not take place today, nor will the CLPA lens cover install on the Canadarm2. Both of these operations were not mission critical and can be completed during another spacewalk in the future.
I'm assuming then I'm going to leave the lens cover in the bag.
The main task of today's spacewalk was to prepare the 2A power channel for future installation of International Space Station rollout solar arrays, and all of that was completed successfully. All struts on the 2A mod kit are successfully installed and built.
Inventory the strut bag here in a minute.
Copy, and then the strut bag. I'll still bring the strut bag over here to put in the cable bag.
Yes, you're going to collapse the strut bag into the cable bag, and you're going to make it look easy.
Well, I don't know about that, but I will do my best.
And that's all we ask. And then we'll have
Hey,
you...
okay? Good, I just got back to the FHRC.
Okay, stand by, Chris. So, Jessica, if it wasn't clear, we'll have you inventory the strut bag before you collapse it, of course.
In work. And Chris is just back at his green hook. So you pick that up.
Chris, say again.
Tracy, I am looking at the strut bag.
Stand by, Jessica. Say again, Chris.
I'm back at my green hook. Would you like me to pick that up now?
We'd like you to stow the APFR, and then we'll take care of the green hook. APFR and WIFX.
Copy that. APFR first.
Okay. Go ahead, Jessica.
Copy that. In work. All right, Tracy. I'm looking at the strut bag. I see one ret that has the mutt end effector and the GoPro. I see two long duration tie-down tethers that are on the D-ring of strap 1. I see the wedge tool that is on a ret to D-ring of strap 2. I see strap 5, which has in a ret, goes to an adjustable that goes to the hammer and the AMS tool, which has a socket on it. And then the other end of the bag just has 3 empty large.
Copy, Jessica. I'm checking. Okay, Jessica, good. You can fit inventory on the strut bag. And so you can now work on stowing the strut bag inside the cable bag.
Okay. I'm going to try to tie up this end first.
Okay. And Chris, for you...
All this stuff is bouncing around.
For you, Chris, we have you removing the APFR from the WIFX and stowing the APFR, installing it in WIF 3. And that's the zenithmost.
WIF 3 for the APFR.
You got
all.
It. And then I have, so it would be a clocking of 12, and I've got the rest of the settings when you're ready.
See that, and just to confirm, is WIF 3 the zenithmost, is that the one that's on the, looks like a swing arm?
Affirm.
Copy that.
And Chris, if you need to adjust the pitch, to install in that swing arm, you're welcome to do that.
Copy that. Yep, will need to, and I will do that. Have a desired final pitch?
Yeah, and I should have been more clear that we were talking about the pitch on the APFR, and that's a Papa Papa.
Papa Papa, copy that.
TC, I've got this end of the bag closed up that has all the stuff in it, because I think that's going to help things in check. I'm going to translate out to the other end, release it, and then kind of start rolling it this way.
We like your plan, and the sun will be coming up soon. Hopefully that'll give you guys some help.
And NASA astronaut Jessica Meir is continuing to work on cleaning up the bags following today's spacewalk. She is stowing the strut bag inside the cable bag. As a reminder, that strut bag did have the pieces and parts of the 2A mod kit that needed to be assembled, including some of those mid struts, and they have successfully been installed and built, so the cable bag is now empty. So she is able to stow the cable bag inside of the strut bag. Meanwhile, NASA astronaut Chris Williams is working to remove the articulating portable foot restraint from the worksite interface extension that was critical for building and installing the 2A mod kit today. Once he finishes that portion, both crew members are going to head back to the crew airlock and begin ingress and pre-repress procedures.
Okay, guys, just a status on our comms. We have an outage on KU coming up, about a 20-minute gap, and so we'll still have solid S-band and can hear you. So we might ask you to talk a little more than you would otherwise, since we will be down any camera views.
Copy that.
Copy.
And those words from NASA astronaut Tracy Dyson up to NASA astronauts Chris Williams and Jessica Meir, letting them know that we are expecting about a 20-minute long loss of video. This is expected and happens from time to time as we hand over satellites here on the ground. So we won't have video for the crew members for about 20 minutes during that time period, but we will have good communications with them, so we'll be able to communicate with the ground and up to the crew members conducting this spacewalk as they wrap up today. We're now 5 hours and 56 minutes into today's spacewalk, and all the critical objectives of today's spacewalk have been met. Again, that was to prepare the 2A power channel for future installation of International Space Station rollout solar arrays. There you can see that fully built mod kit right in the center of your screen.
All right, TC, I've got the outboard ends detached. I'm going to attempt to start rolling.
Copy, Jessica.
And before we do lose video, as part of that expected outage, we are seeing NASA astronaut Jessica Meir continue to clean up the strut bag and place it inside the cable bag.
We say stuff it in, best effort.
Okay,
EV1, M1.
10 seconds from handover.
Go ahead.
All right, we're about to take the arm back to the back off position. It looks like there's EV2 on the front face.
And we are in a handover period between our satellites. You're seeing a live view inside Mission Control Houston at the Johnson Space Center. Here in the room, the flight control team is being led by NASA Flight Director Deanna Trujillo.
So TC, I think what I'm going to do, because the cable bag's still like several feet away from me, is actually just put a ret on the strut bag and then detach it from structure and then just try to stuff it in. I'll be back at the cable bag. Does that work for you guys?
Yeah, that works for us.
Okay.
Okay, I got the ATFR installed in width 3, 12, Papa, Foxtrot 12, good pull twist, and the locking collar is black on black.
Way to go. And the pitch knob, it can be depressed?
It can be depressed, yes.
Excellent. Sorry. Okay, now the WIF-X is going to go into width 2, and it's starting off with a clocking of 12.
2 and 12, copy all.
And we have just surpassed the 6-hour mark in today's spacewalk, the 278th, in support of space station maintenance, assembly, and upgrades. At this hour, the 2A mod kit installation is complete, as well as the 2A IROSA cable routing. The P4 DDCU jumper install was completed successfully, and the imagery of the port Sarge was conducted. The crew is working on cleanup procedures before they head back to the airlock to ingress.
Okay, this is going to be
WIF-X installed, 6 on the double line, 12 on the single. Good pull twist, locking collar black on black.
Copy, Chris, and we'll take a setting of golf 1.
Copy golf 1, which is already is in.
All right, superstar. Okay, Chris, well done. Well done handling those big pieces of metal. We're going to have you hang out here on the CETA cart until Jessica starts making her way toward you, and then we'll have you pick up your green hook and head back. Sound good?
Copy all. Sounds like a plan.
okay. I am at the cable bag and I have the strut bag, and this is going to be very interesting.
Just remember, we are with you in spirit.
And we are again in a handover between our satellites.
EV1, M1.
Yes?
This will be our last JOCAS. We're moving the arm to the park position. It's coming down in front of node 1 to nadir station.
All right, EV1 copy.
You did just hear some communications from inside the International Space Station. That was NASA astronaut Jack Hathaway, who is working the Canadarm2 to move it back into its prior location. One of the tasks on the spacewalk agenda today was to install a lens cover on the Canadarm2, but this was not mission critical, and given the timeline of today's spacewalk, that is going to be deferred to a spacewalk in the future. So at this time, Jack Hathaway and European Space Agency astronaut Sophie Adano are working to move the Canadarm back into its nominal config. And you're seeing the movement of the Canadarm2 there on your screen.
Hey, Jessica, we know that misery loves company. Would you like Chris to come and help you with that?
Maybe. I've started stuffing. Going okay.
I think it's a good idea. I remember Wales and I in our EVA had stuff bags, and we did it together. They're on the seat of cards. So I recommend, Chris, if you're up for it, could you head back over to P4 and lend a hand?
You know what? I actually think I'm almost done. I think I almost got it.
You just needed a motivator, didn't you?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff hanging out right now, so I'm going to try to clean it up. It is in there.
And Meir is working to stow the strut bag inside of the cable bag now that the strut bag is empty following the build and installation of the 2A mod kit today. And you're looking at a view here of the Canadarm as it continues its motion. This view looking down the Canadarm2. The Canadarm2 is a 17-meter long robotic arm, and it is used to support and move heavy equipment, can be utilized in spacewalks, as well as can be used to capture visiting vehicles.
So, yeah, where are you exactly?
I'm on the port seat of cards.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Head it over.
We copy. Good plan.
And again, getting some great views of the Canadarm as it continues its motion, as well as on the top of your screen there, NASA astronaut Jessica Meir as she works to stow the strut bag inside the cable bag now that it's empty. Another view from the Canadarm2. The International Space Station is currently flying over the South Pacific Ocean off the coast of New Zealand.
Okay, gauntlets are done, coming back over the surge.
Copy gauntlets down.
And this view now of NASA astronaut Chris Williams as he makes his way over to Jessica Meir to help give a helping hand to sew the strut bag inside the cable bag.
Okay, so got it in, but not closed, as you can see. This one doesn't have, this one is just Velcro here, right?
Yeah, the cable bag just Velcros.
So that's why it's so difficult. I think that what we should do is I put one red on it, this red that is the outside of the bag. I put it up to the lid face.
Okay.
I think if we can get, maybe if we can get an adjustable.
Around it?
So, right beneath. So here's what I was thinking. So we put an adjustable on that, and then put it onto here.
Yeah.
I don't know how else we're going to get it closed.
Yeah. Could any of these integral straps wrap to like these D-rings?
There's straps from the strut bag.
Like this one's on the front, like this one.
I think this might be our best chance first. Get this closed.
Okay. Yeah.
Or yeah, get that one on it.
If I can just get this onto D-ring.
That one on it, I think will be good.
Come on.
I have to get another one on this side.
Yep, let me just this up. Okay, I got that on.
Okay. So, what if we take one? There's that other. There's not. I don't see the side one over here.
On the. Oh, it's tethering it to the.
Oh, this is. That's going the wrong way, isn't it? Or I think it's just one of these ones.
Yeah.
See the long one. What if we undid this one?
I just undid that one, and if we just undid that one and went to like the middle handle.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you pulled it away. No, away from me. Let's see if this, these ones really tighten. Right. It's all the way tight. Got a wire tie right here too. We could use to help keep it closed.
Yeah. But this is a messy bag, huh?
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. And then that should go in this hook should go inside. If you can hook it.
Yeah.
So, right, there's still a hook down on your side, right?
Almost Velcroed. Enough that'll hold though.
I can get this Velcro on the side.
I got some Velcro on the front.
I got some Velcro on this side. Definitely this side is down. Oh, still close. Can we get the Velcro on that side? On your side?
I don't know if I can.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, wait. Come on. Close.
Hey guys, we've got a view of the bag,
I think it might be.
and we feel like it's good enough. If you guys,
We got it. I think it is too. I mean, there's stuff kind of hanging out, but I'll tell you, it's going to be not as bad as transit. Okay.
Yeah, everything's tethered, and you guys did a great effort getting that lid as closed as much as we can, and we consider it good.
Get your green hook already, Chris?
I did not.
All right, Chris, so I would suggest transit back.
Yep, and get to the green hook.
And I will work on getting. It was very interesting.
Copy that.
Okay, guys, our proposal is that Chris heads first back to the airlock with the bag, and then Jessica, you follow and keep an eye on the bag.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Let me come back.
Sorry, Chris.
No, no worries.
Chris, aren't you glad you came back to the P4?
Absolutely. It was. I mean, I had it in, then like this bag doesn't have it kind of needed for us to press to get Velcro down, and we hooked up another assortment of hooks around it. But Chris, I can release this side if you want. It's still tight over there.
It's still tight over here. So yep, go for it. And
this side is released.
Copy that. I'm gonna my DOT.
And with the assistance of Chris Williams getting the bag completely filled and closed up there, the challenges of microgravity making themselves evident there for a moment, the crew is now headed back to the airlock of the International Space Station, now 6 hours and 15 minutes into today's spacewalk. The main task of today's spacewalk was to prepare the 2A power channel for a future install of ISS rollout solar arrays, and all of that was completed successfully.
Want me to get that one?
Yeah, you might have a better better direction for it.
Let me just put my waist further back.
Oh, I can get it. There we go.
Got it? Okay.
All right, nice and slow here.
Yeah.
We concur. Nice and slow. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Taking a look at our work site, and it looks pretty.
Yeah, good call there, Jessica.
See a nice, beautiful mod kit.
Nice.
Yep.
For mod kit.
Yes, admire your work. We are about a minute and a half from a handover.
Copy? Just I'm going to let you go with. I can keep my tether out of your way.
Copy that.
I'm safe there.
Let me just turn around here. This is not the right orientation. Okay.
For me to stay.
Again?
Are you good for me to start translating? Wait.
Yeah, you're good to go. I'm going to be nice and slow here.
Okay.
Meir and Williams continuing to make their way back to the airlock. Now, 6 hours and 18 minutes into today's spacewalk, we can see, well, we did just see a view of NASA astronaut Jessica Meir there on our screen before we went through a handover period between our satellites. Meir is completing the 4th spacewalk of her career, and this is the first spacewalk for Williams. Today's spacewalk is the 278th in support of space station maintenance, assembly, and upgrades, and is the first outside of the International Space Station of 2026.
I see the bag. It's hanging down below you. It's fine.
Yep.
We're back with you after the handover with video, with audio. Not yet with video.
Copy audio.
And just a reminder.
Copy. I've got an eyes on Chris.
Awesome. And I'm sure you guys remember you got green hooks to pick up at underneath the FHRC.
The FHRC?
Yep, we're just there now. Or I'm just there now.
Right, Chris, I'll park here and give you space so that my tether doesn't get in your way.
Copy that. Okay. So is locked. Enough green hooks. Green hook is on the red reel. Green reel is getting it re-unlocked.
Copy.
All right, my safety tether packed. Oh.
And we are getting a pretty spectacular view there of our home planet Earth as the International Space Station is flying 268 miles above.
All right, I'm headed down to do mine.
Copy.
The space station is currently flying over the South Pacific Ocean, approaching the northwest corner of South America.
At the Cedar Crux. Maneuvering around.
I'm at my green hook TC.
Copy, Jessica.
I'm heading under the MT.
Copy.
I've got my green hook back on my red reel.
Copy.
Copy. And Jessica, when you start heading inboard, just a reminder about the CETA carts. I'll wait till you're done there.
I got you, the brake.
Thank you.
am clear of the MT and CETA carts.
Well done.
And NASA astronauts Jessica Meir and Chris Williams are continuing to make their way back to the airlock following the
I'm ready to translate back as well.
successful installation of the 2A mod kit aboard the International Space Station.
How's the bag going, Chris?
It's going okay. My favorite thing in the world, but making peace with it.
And Tracy, I'm at the cart, and I only have to do the other side, right?
Yeah, we recommend the inboard on each cart.
Making my way down at the top of the feeder rail.
Copy, Chris. Did you copy that, Jessica? The inboard set on each cart? Okay.
I did it. I am at the inboard set for 2 good pushes.
And we are now closing in on the 6-hour and 30-minute mark of the 278th spacewalk in support of space station maintenance, assembly, and upgrades. NASA astronauts Jessica Meir and Chris Williams are making their way back to the airlock, and we did just hear that Chris Williams is back there himself. This is his very first spacewalk. This is the 4th for Meir, and she'll be joining him at the airlock here shortly.
How do you feel about getting that?
Release on the starboard seat.
Thank you, Jessica.
I can open the thermal cover.
Yeah.
Open the thermal cover, start stowing the bag?
Yes.
Do that. Thermal cover is open.
And Chris, just a reminder for you, there's a strung out ret already in the airlock. You can use that for the crew lock bag.
Copy that. Or for the, yep. Yep.
And Williams has made his way back to the airlock. And he has opened up the thermal cover of the airlock as well.
And I'm at the seat of spur.
Copy, Jessica.
My reel is not retracting. Let's see, my green reel is unlocked but not retracting. Try to cycle it.
Yeah, I see that. Stand by. Jessica, we just recommend that you try pulling a little bit of the cable from the reel and then see if it snaps back.
It worked.
Sweet.
And we are getting some good views of NASA astronaut Jessica Meir in the spacesuit with the red stripes, making her way back to the airlock, as well as NASA astronaut Chris Williams, the unmarked spacesuit, very first spacewalk of his career today. You do see that hatch thermal cover that is currently open.
Tether kind of swung over toward your leg, but it's clear now.
Copy that.
We're now 6 hours and 30 minutes into today's spacewalk. Kind of like holds up. It's like I'll pull it and then it'll go. I'll check that it's all the way unlocked because I did lock it for my book and I unlocked it, but it was behaving normally.
Jessica, you're talking about your green reel?
Yes, green. Yeah, so every time I kind of bat it, it'll retract again, but it keeps kind of like hanging up. Yes, so I'm right here on the forward side of the airlock.
Copy that. I got the cable bag in, and I'm working on grabbing my waste tether off so that I can ingress.
Well done. Awesome job, Chris.
Hey, nice job as well. It was a lot of work, a lot of fun.
Totally.
And getting some of our last views of Earth as the crew makes its way back into the airlock of the International Space Station. Space Station currently flying 264 statute miles over Columbia.
In order to get a good config?
Yeah, sorry, Jessica, I was waiting for the confirmation that the bag was inside the airlock, but yeah, it will be a daisy chain. And so once we get the bag inside, then we'll have Chris attach his waste tether to the airlock D-ring extender, and then you will.
Yep, the bag is inside, and my waste tether is locked, black on the airlock D-ring
Okay,
extender.
excellent. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, and with that, then you can attach your anchor to the to EV1's safety tether rail.
All right, that's in work.
And NASA astronaut Jessica Meir now making her way back inside of the airlock to join Williams. We're 6 hours and 33 minutes into today's spacewalk. During today's spacewalk, Meir and Williams finished the installation and build out of a support bracket called a modification kit on the 2A mass canister, and this mod kit will prepare the site for future installation and deployment of an ISS solar array.
On my red reel, gate is closed and slider is locked.
Copy that.
I believe that gives me a go to release my anchors. Lucy?
Yes, with that, then you have a go to release your anchor from the 0554 handrail.
See, it works. Okay, I've retrieved my anchor.
Okay, Jessica, you can either do it once you get inside or you can do it now, but we'll have you turn off your HECA. And given the call that Chris made earlier about it looking not secure on your helmet, just bear that in mind as you depress the button.
Copy. Yeah, I've got my waist tether on the thermal cover. Chris, I see your feet. If you could translate them in a little bit, that would help.
Yep, I am as far forward as I can go.
Copy? Yeah, I got room now.
And Meir continuing to make her way inside of the airlock.
Yeah, I'm coming in.
Okay, see your feet coming back.
Okay, I'm getting something.
Yep, if you could, the feet are on the kind of the forward side.
Oh, it's not my feet, it's my back. I can't move back.
Yeah. I'm full forward. Let's see.
Both spacewalkers now back inside of the airlock, working to get into a good configuration and placement before repressurization begins.
Let me see if I can move the cable back.
Okay.
Okay. That's me.
Okay. I'm going to try to turn.
Sorry, put my feet a little bit
forward.
Yep, forward as far as I can.
Jessica, it looks like your waist tether is around your right leg.
So my waist tether's on the...
Oh, yeah, there's a tether around your legs that's stopping you from coming in.
Not my waist tether. Because that's on the...
It might be my waist tether.
I think it must be.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me see if I can get it around.
Which leg is it? What can I just move my leg?
It's around both of your legs.
Okay. So which way direction I have to move my legs? I'm in right now, but I need to be able to maneuver more to get the hatch.
Yeah, I think might need to go down, like out a tiny bit.
Okay.
And then I can make sure it comes on the below your legs. Another foot probably.
I don't. Which direction?
Like out the hatch.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Almost.
Tell me which way to pull my leg, and I can help you.
It's like just directly behind the back of your knees right now. I think if you just go out the hatch like another little bit, I'll be able to loop it over your feet. Okay, working it.
Enjoying the view.
Yep.
What's that?
Stand by.
Okay.
Go over your float. You go out a tiny bit more, and then we'll have clearance. Over. There you go. Now you're clear.
Okay. I can just come straight back.
Let me get forward.
Awesome. Thank you. Nice work.
Yep, absolutely.
Williams and Meir working together to reconfigure a tether that was causing them some issues to both get inside of the airlock effectively. They've wrapped that up and now are both back inside of the airlock.
We'd like you to depress the button on your HECAs.
Copy.
Can work?
I did press my HECA button and it turned to the light green. Like me to press it one more time?
Yeah, press it again to turn it off.
Okay, it's off.
Copy.
All right, I think I'm hanging up on something else now.
See if I can. Oh, SCU. Here, SCU.
I see the SCU.
Yep. There you go. There you go.
Something preventing me from coming back.
Let's see.
You see the cable bag between your bliss and the top of the airlock, Jessica.
Go to the cable.
Yeah, can we get that cable bag like back toward the hatch where it was when we went out?
Yeah. Just maneuver it around your feet, sorry. Okay. I need to flip over.
That's better.
All right.
Hey, Tracy, we're with you.
All right. Good work, you guys. We're ready for you to close the thermal cover, and we have some hook operations for you as you do that, Jessica.
Stand by. Now I think I'm hitting your chest. Or your foot. Okay. You can slide in a little bit more.
My helmet's on the hatch.
Okay.
And Meir is now working to close the thermal cover.
Keep your legs, yeah. There, can you keep your legs as far forward as possible like that?
Yep.
There we go. Thermal cover is closed.
Copy that, and you
I'm gonna put this.
release the hook from the stowage tether point and attach it to the magnetic plate D-ring. And then cinch the strap until it's snug.
Copy. That's hooked and on. Oh, twist this, I'm gonna release it and put it back.
Say again, Jessica?
Oh, it got a little twisted, so I've just released it and I'm gonna get it back on again.
Okay.
Okay, it's on there, it's snug. Still a gap.
Can you
The magnetic plate on there now, but it's not very robust.
confirm 6 lines visible?
I can confirm 6 lines visible. Yeah, it's all the way snug, but it still has display in it. You know, the magnetic cover just doesn't really stay. Like, it'll stay for a minute and then it'll fall. This is how we found it. Basically, it's in the state that it was when we got here.
Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. Okay. I think we're done with hatch cover. All right, Jessica and Chris, you can remove the SCU from the stowage pouch, remove your DCM cover, Velcro that to your DCM, and connect your SCU to your DCM, then lock it.
And the hatch thermal cover is now successfully closed. The crew is going to work on a couple more steps configuring their spacesuit, and that everything looks good ahead of repressurization.
So, Chris, I think mine is actually wrapped around. Okay, now I can grab it on the other side.
Got it?
No.
And just like the depressurization process, we will have a pause once we reach 5 pounds per square inch of pressure to conduct another leak check on the spacesuits before repressurization continues all the way back up to 14.1 pounds per square inch, which is the equivalent to the inside of the International Space Station.
Okay. Let me get myself.
I can probably get my SCU in this position. We'll see if I can
Now,
get
6
it.
hours, 46 minutes into today's spacewalk.
And I copied EV2, SCU is on and locked. We're working on EV1.
EV1, I'm on and locked.
All right, nice work, you guys. With that, I have a note here I think might interest you. A TCV setting of 8 to max cold minimizes time for SCU cooling, FYI. And I think
Would you like us to change to 8 if we're at something different? I'm at 6 currently.
it's only if you feel warm right now, and once you get on SCU, if you want cooling to come immediately, then you can set your TCV to 8 to max cold.
Okay, copy.
Copy all. Also, just for your side, I lost audio in my left ear cup just now.
Copy, Chris. Lost audio in your left ear cup.
Copied.
Ivy, did you copy as well?
I copied that, Chris. Can you still hear in the other cup?
Okay, yep, I can still hear you on the right.
Okay, we'll make a note of that. We're ready for you both to take your water switch to off and expect a water is off message.
We want water off, and I have the message.
Right, and EV2, water off. And I got water off message.
Okay, we're going to wait here for 2 minutes before we close the hatch.
Copy that, TC. With that, we have a few words.
Well, we have a captive audience.
Okay. Stand by one. All right. Thank you so much, TC. Thank you, Jack and Phil, for getting us out here. Today is March 18th, exactly 61 years since Alexei Leonov became the very first human to step out boldly into the vacuum and blackness of space. Our international efforts in space exploration have evolved considerably since then. The enormity of venturing out the hatch in your own mini spacecraft remains. I can report that my fourth spacewalk feels even more special than my previous one. That is because today, I shared the experience with first-time spacewalker Chris Williams. It's a tremendously powerful feeling to pass the torch to the next generation of explorers that will keep this space station running. Leonov said that he felt like a grain of sand in the universe. Perspective one gains from the privilege of looking down on Earth from above like we did today is immense. As grains of sand, at least we are here, drifting together. The view is always better when you're sharing it with a friend. Excellent work out there today, Chris.
Thank you so much, Jessica. And now that we're back inside, we'd really like to say a huge thank you to the team that made this EVA possible. First and foremost, Jack and Sophie, thank you for supporting us in getting ready for this and getting us outside and for getting us safely back in. We also want to thank our crewmates in Expedition 73 and 74, all of them who really helped lay the groundwork for this EVA. And also to the flight control team, EVA, and training teams, thank you for everything you have done to get us here. For family, friends, and everyone on planet Earth, thank you for supporting our mission.
You guys, that was great. We got a lot of smiling faces here in the room, and we can even see Jack and Sophie and their big smiles, too. I appreciate those words. Yeah, now they're even more excited because they're on the big screen.
And Chris, I think I'm unfortunately going to need you to move the cable bag more. Yeah. I need to get my feet back further.
I'm trying to put it on top of my head. I can put it down if that helps.
Something else that I'm catching on, like my SCU, because just need to be able to.
And those words from NASA astronaut Jessica Meir wrapping up her fourth spacewalk of her career, as well as Chris Williams wrapping up his very first. They did pay tribute to an important milestone in human spaceflight. Exactly 61 years ago, the first spacewalk occurred by Alexei Leonov. Today's spacewalk was actually the 278th spacewalk in support of space station maintenance, assembly, and upgrades. We're now 6 hours and 51 minutes into today's spacewalk. That first spacewalk lasted approximately 12 minutes and 9 seconds, so quite a bit longer today. Today's main goal of today's spacewalk was to prepare the 2A power channel for future installation of International Space Station rollout solar arrays, and all that work was completed as expected.
Hatch and on your donning stands. Jessica, you can anticipate being desuited first. Chris, we're going to keep you in your suit because we're going to do just about 5 minutes of troubleshooting on your biomed, and this is to set us up real good for your next trip out the hatch.
Okay, yep, sounds good.
$81 copies.
82 copies.
And back inside the International Space Station there, we do have views of NASA astronaut Jack Hathaway and European Space Agency astronaut Sophie Adeneau, who are going to help step through procedures for repressurization this afternoon.
And then verify the handle position per the hatch decal.
I see the handle for the hatch decal.
You have a go to close and lock the hatch.
See and work. And close, swinging down now.
Nicely done.
Okay, it's all the way down. I'm going to turn in the lock direction. And turn to the hard stop latch position, and I've locked the handle. Latch is closed.
Okay, got it closed and locked?
It's closed and locked.
All right, well done. We are stepping into the crew lock depress repress cue card, starting at the top with pre-repress. We're doing a bunch of check steps here. So on your DCMs, check your SCU is connected to your DCM.
EV1 connected.
EV2 connected.
Check switch water is off.
EV1 water off.
EV2 water off.
And it's been 2 minutes. All right, and check EV hatch closed and locked.
Closed and locked.
All right, on the UIA, check oxygen EMU 1, 2, valves 2 to open.
Oxygen EMU1, oxygen EMU2, both open.
Okay, Chris, here's an action step for you. On the UIA, switch power EV1, 2, 2 switches to on.
Copy. Switch EV1 power on, EV2 power on, 2 green LEDs.
Excellent. And check power EV1, 2 volts is between 18.0 and 19.0.
18.6 on the volts for both.
Okay, on your DCM, switch your power to SCU, EV, expect a warning tone.
Mark. Here, after you.
Okay, with both of you in SCU, I'm going to hand you over to...
Oh, we're not. Stand by.
Oh,
Stand by.
excuse me, I'm sorry.
Not yet in SCU.
Standing by.
EV1 SCU.
Copy.
Okay, copy, Jessica, you're on SCU?
EV2 SCU.
Okay, both
EV2's on SCU.
both EV1, EV2 on SCU, and with that, it's been my pleasure to serve you both. I'm going to hand you over to Jack for the crew lock repress.
Thank you, TC.
Thank you so much, TC. Always a pleasure. You're rocking the Ivy, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, you guys.
All right, thanks, TC. We appreciate you taking care of our friends out there, and here on station, we'll take them the rest of the way. All right, for EV1 and EV2 on your DCM, O2 actuator to press, and verify press is displayed on the DCM.
Didn't work.
And you did hear words there that the ground IV, Tracy Dyson, did hand back over to NASA astronaut Jack Hathaway on board the International Space Station, who's going to walk the crew through the procedures to begin repressurization here shortly. Just like when depressurization occurred, we will pause once 5 pounds per square inch of pressure has been reached for leak checks before we continue to repressurize back up to 14.1 pounds per square inch, equivalent to the equipment lock portion of the International Space Station, where you see NASA astronauts Jack Hathaway and European Space Agency astronaut Sophie Adno currently.
I'm still working on this.
Same.
Once Meir and Williams are back inside the International Space Station, Hathaway and Adno will be primed to help them doff or take off their spacesuits. And we are nearing the 7-hour mark of today's spacewalk, the 278th in support of space station maintenance, assembly, and upgrades. The major objective of today's spacewalk was to finish out the mod kit on the 2A power channel for future installation of International Space Station rollout solar arrays, and all of that work was successfully completed.
Mine is quite sticky.
Yeah, I'm having a heck of a time getting this out of press, out into press.
Same.
Thanks, got it. We believe in you.
Oh, man. Should take a rest for a second. Oh, I'm in press.
I'm still in work.
And Jessica, just a helpful reminder on here, if you're having trouble with that O2 actuator, if you press the lever while you're moving it, that usually helps out.
Right. You don't have to push the lever to get it back, but it will make it easier. I got it, actually.
It's actually a must, so try that and see if it helps.
I'm impressed.
Excellent.
It's a must going out, but I thought it wasn't a must coming back. But anyway, I got it.
Okay, sounds like both EV1 and EV2 are in O2 position press, is that right?
Affirm.
Affirm.
Right, our EV hatch MPEV out here, or go ahead inside the crew lock and check that the EV hatch MPEV is closed for Jessica.
Stand by. EV hatch MPEV is closed.
Okay, I'm going to take the IV hatch equalization valve and throttle it from off to norm. You guys will get an alert tone.
Copy alert tone.
Copy.
And repressurization should be beginning here shortly.
All right, we're between off and norm,
and repressurization is now underway.
One copy.
Copy.
And pressure back inside the crew lock portion of the International Space Station now approaching 1 pound per square inch. As a reminder, we will pause once we reach 5 pounds per square inch.
I see one on the hatch pressure gauge.
Copy.
And with repressurization underway, the final elapsed time for today's spacewalk was 7 hours, 1 minute, and 40 seconds. Pressure inside the crew lock now at 1.74 pounds per square inch.
Affirm.
Yep, EV2, no problems.
Repressurization is continuing as expected, now nearing in on 3 pounds per square inch. As a reminder, we will pause at 5 pounds per square inch, just as we did during depressurization for leak checks. Once all leak checks are completed and successful, repressurization will begin back up to 14 pounds per square inch. Today's 7-hour, 2-minute spacewalk was the 278th in support of space station maintenance, assembly, and upgrades, and was the 4th for NASA astronaut Jessica Meir and the 1st for NASA astronaut Chris Williams. Main task for today was to prepare the 2A power channel for future installation of International Space Station rollout solar arrays. All of that work was completed successfully, including the strut build out on the 2A mod kit. Additionally, some multi-layer insulation was installed on the newly built modification kit, as well as some cable routing was conducted. Following that, NASA astronaut Chris Williams was able to inspect the area of the International Space Station called the Port Sarge that is responsible for rotating the solar arrays. And finally, NASA astronaut Jessica Meir completed some jumper routing to have redundancy on the space station's power system.
T1, TV2.
TV1 and 2, we're approaching 5 PSI. When we get there, I'm going to take the IV hatch equalization valve to off. You may get an alert tone, and then we're going to do a couple-minute leak check.
TV2.
And we are nearing in on 5 pounds per square inch back in the crew lock. That's when we will pause repressurization for suit checks.
All right, that's 5 PSI. We've taken the IV hatch equalization to valve to off, and we're starting the manual leak check.
1, TV2.
Pressure inside the crew lock now at 5 pounds per square inch. Leak checks underway. European Space Agency astronaut Sophie Adeno and NASA astronaut Jack Hathaway continue to monitor repressurization procedures this afternoon, everything continuing to go smoothly.
We got our initial crew lock press value of 257.5. We're going to wait 1 minute and take it again.
Copy.
Copy. Great job out there, Chris.
Thank you. Oh, that was a really cool experience. I was super glad to do it. Thank you so much, Jessica.
Thank you.
Great job out there, too. You had the hard job today. My goodness.
It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
But I think you did it as well. I mean.
Yeah. Boy, ERTs behave very differently in space than I expected.
What's that?
ERTs.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
All right, I'll hop in, guys. That was a good leak check. So you can check your glove heaters are off.
Glove heaters off.
Glove heaters are off. Never turned them on.
Copy. Step 9 is to check gloves for contamination, and we're already tracking that Chris might have some black smudges that we're planning to wipe off when you guys get in here. Jessica, do you have anything like that?
Yeah, I reported those in my very first check. I have a couple black smudges on my left pinky and a little bit on my right index finger, actually both middle fingers, and some of the other fingertips. So yeah, a little bit.
Okay, we'll plan to wipe both of your gloves when you guys come in.
Okay.
All right, on your DCMs for EV1 and EV2, take your O2 actuator to IV.
Inert. EV1 IV.
Copy, EV1.
And we did hear confirmation of 2 good suit leak checks, so repressurization will continue back up to 14.1 pounds per square inch, equivalent to the inside of the International Space Station.
I see a green light on your headset. Press the button again.
Yeah, I must have hit the button. Thank you.
Okay, it's off.
Okay, and we copied. We were tracking that HECA light and understand it's off now. We'll double check, obviously, when you guys get in there and confirm both of you are now O2 actuator to IV.
Confirm.
IV and EV2.
Okay, and I'm going to take the IV hatch equalization valve to norm now instead of half norm where it was, and we'll repress you the rest of the way.
EV1.
EV2.
May get an alert tone as we do this.
And repressurization is back underway, now approaching 6 pounds per square inch.
Great feel.
EV1's good.
EV2, great.
Hear it.
Everything continuing smoothly with repressurization, now at 11 pounds per square inch of pressure back inside the crew lock. On the other side of the crew lock, inside the equipment lock, are European Space Agency astronaut Sophie Adeneau on the left of your screen and NASA astronaut Jack Hathaway on the right. They're continuing to step through the procedures as depressurization wraps up here shortly, and they'll also work together to get today's spacewalkers out of their spacesuits once repressurization is complete and the hatch is back open.
All right, we're at 730, rise into stack pressure of about 760, and once we get to 0, you guys might get an alert tone.
EV1.
EV2.
Okay, that looks like delta pressure of 0. We're going to open the hatch.
EV1.
EV2.
We'll be happy to see you.
And we did hear confirmation that pressure has equalized between the crew lock and the equipment lock, so the crew now has the go to open up the hatch. And European Space Agency astronaut Sophie Adeno is continuing to work through the procedures to get the hatch open between the crew lock and the equipment lock. Today's spacewalk was 7 hours and 2 minutes and was the first outside the International Space Station of the year. This was the 4th spacewalk for Meir and the 1st for Williams. And as we wrap up today's spacewalk, we do have some updated statistics for you.
Houston, airlock, out check.
We can hear you, Jack.
And Houston's got you. We had a handover.
Confirm you guys got step 4 of Post-EVA.
Today's spacewalk was the 278th in support of station maintenance assembly and upgrades. Again, the first out of the station for this year and the first for Expedition 74. The 4th spacewalk of Meir's career, she now has a total of 28 hours and 46 minutes of spacewalking time. The first for Williams, 7 hours and 2 minutes under his belt. And in total, during the International Space Station's time of spacewalks, we have 73 days, 8 hours, and 28 minutes of total spacewalking time. Back inside the equipment lock, we are getting views of NASA astronaut Chris Williams as he makes his way back inside the International Space Station following repressurization between the hatches. Hathaway and Adeno are going to work together now to take off Williams' safer or simplified aid for EVA rescue.
All right, step 4 is complete. You're no longer hot mic.
And Williams' safer has now been removed. And on your screen, you can see European Space Agency astronaut Sophie Adeno working to stow the safer on Chris Williams' spacesuit. Meanwhile, NASA astronaut Jack Hathaway is getting Chris Williams situated back inside the equipment lock. And now coming back through the equipment lock is NASA astronaut Jessica Meir, completing her 4th spacewalk of her career. She now has over 28 hours of spacewalking time in her career. In fact, she has 28 hours, 46 minutes in total. And much the same, Meir's safer will also be removed before she gets situated back in the equipment lock. And Adeno and Hathaway now working to get Meir's safer removed from her spacesuit. Meir safer has now been removed. Adeno is now going to work to stow that as Hathaway gets Meir situated inside the equipment airlock. Next up, we'll see the crew get their gloves and helmets removed. And as you can see on your screen, European Space Agency astronaut Sophie Adeno and NASA astronaut Chris Williams continuing to get Meir and Williams situated after their 7-hour, 2-minute spacewalk. The main goal of today's spacewalk was to prepare the 2A power channel for future installation of International Space Station rollout solar arrays. All of that work was conducted and completed as expected. Now that the 2A mod kit is installed, the array will provide additional power for the orbiting lab after it arrives to the International Space Station on a future flight and is installed during a future spacewalk. And the duo also completed additional tasks, including installing a 2A power system jumper cable and adjusting bolt torque on a battery box. Adeno and Hathaway continuing to get the crew situated after their 7-hour, 2-minute spacewalk. We are seeing the gloves begin to come off for NASA astronaut Jessica Meir. This was the 4th spacewalk of her career. She now has a total spacewalking time under her belt of 28 hours, 46 minutes. And Adeno is working to do the same for Williams. He has 7 hours and 2 minutes of spacewalking time in his career, as today was his very first spacewalk. And we do see that Meir's helmet is off as well, as is NASA astronaut Chris Williams. And with the helmets off of our spacewalkers today, that is going to wrap up our coverage for today. During today's spacewalk, NASA astronauts Jessica Meir and Chris Williams worked to install a modification kit that will be used to install a future ISS rollout solar array, or IROSA. Again, with the completion of today's 7-hour and 2-minute spacewalk, that will conclude our coverage for today. But we do have another spacewalk happening in the near term. During U.S. Spacewalk 95, 2 astronauts will prepare the station's 3B power channel for a future IROSA installation, and NASA will provide more information on the date and time of the spacewalk soon, as well as the crew members assigned to the activity. But that will do it for us today. Thanks so much for watching and following along. Signing up for now, this is Mission Control Houston.